Hi guys. So I haven't posted in a long time, life's just been way too busy. I couldn't make many videos. Anyways, I had an idea of making a short video of 5 tips on backing up your Minecraft worlds. Trust me, it's very important to not just back up your Minecraft worlds, but also any files you consider important. But first, let me start with the tutorial as to how you should back your worlds up. In Minecraft Java Edition, you enter the single player menu, click the world you want to back up once, as twice will open the world, hit the edit button in the bottom left corner, and press the Make Backup button in the middle. And once the backup has been made, you will see a notification to the top right saying that both the backup is completed and it will also show the size of the backup you just made. Repeat this same process for all of the worlds you want to back up. In Minecraft Bedrock Edition, you start by clicking on the play button. You will then see the list of worlds on your device, where to the right of every single world, I only have one world here to demonstrate because I've hidden all my other worlds, there is an edit icon that looks like a pencil that's being written with. Click on that small edit icon that I'm hovering over. You then press duplicate world, and it makes a copy of it. You can see it does put a 1 or however many copies you made, that number. You can always rename it to indicate that it's a backup, like so, or however works for you. That works for me. Well, even the default works for me as well. And if you're on a PC specifically, like I am, you can go back to that edit menu and hit export world. And make sure that this switch, clear player data, is set to off, because if you do, your inventory will be cleared, all chests will be cleared. You don't want that happening to your world. So go ahead and hit on export world. It's going to bring this up, and you can hit the export button. And don't exit the game as the world is exporting. This is especially important for larger worlds, well, smaller worlds as well, but it's going to corrupt the file, and you don't want your backups corrupt. And now let's get into the tips. The first of 5 tips I have is that you should back up your Minecraft worlds frequently and consistently. This is especially important when you have large worlds that you play in rather frequently, or a world that you can't risk losing. I would suggest picking a day in the week where you can make a backup. It should take about 30 seconds per gigabyte, and start backing up the worlds you want to back up weekly on the day you chose. If you want to back it up more frequently, you can, but I wouldn't take the risk of backing up less frequently. Corruption can harm either parts or the entirety of a world of yours, and this is even worse on smaller worlds because not many chunks have been loaded or created. The second tip is always, I cannot stress how important this is, but always back up the worlds you want to update before you update them. That way, if the upgrade leads to any corruption, you still have something you can fall back to. This happened to me once, where in my survival series world, the village to the north of my XP farm from episode 35 had chunks missing, which eventually reset to how they were, and all of the villagers were stuck inside the fence that normally houses the farm animals. I did luckily have a backup just before I upgraded, so I was able to restore the village to how it was, along with making a few modifications and trade rerolls. Note that if you back up a world before upgrading, this should not break the consistent schedule you set just for backups. For example, if your backup day is Sunday and you upgrade on a Wednesday, you shouldn't skip the upgrade the Sunday that comes after the Wednesday when you just upgraded. The more backups, the better, but don't back up too much. Now for tip number 3, this one applies more to Java players than Bedrock. Before transferring your world to another drive, you always want to back it up in case the world corrupts while transferring due to poor enumeration while transferring, or just a poor connection in general. This doesn't normally happen, but in the rare occurrence it does, you don't want to lose the worlds you mean to transfer. Tip number 4, before you add mods to your world or add-ons on Bedrock Edition that aren't shaders or performance mods, it is better to back up your world in its pre-modded state. So that way, if you want to go back after modding your world, you can, and you can also mod it risk-free. It is a good idea to back up your world before adding mods, configuring mods, removing mods, etc. If you don't play modded, this tip won't apply to you. Oh, by the way, look below me. There's a woodland mansion on fire. And the final tip, before you think about deleting your world, you should back it up, even if you're sure about it. Just so that if you feel like playing in that world again and you realize it's deleted, you have the backup to fall back to and continue where you left off. Trust me, it has happened to me, where I have deleted a world that I wanted to play on, and I wanted to go back to it, and I couldn't, so I learned to back worlds I was playing on, deleting no matter how sure I was on deleting them, up. Now that all the tips are out of the way, I'll teach you how to restore from a backup on both editions. On Minecraft Java Edition, go to the single player menu, click on the world you backed up, go back to the edit menu, and press Open Backups folder. And now you should see a list of all of your backups. Now go ahead and copy the latest backup, which is the one you just did, over to your saves folder. And you can go ahead and hit extract all. It's going to open a new folder right here. And that right there is the backup. I would recommend renaming this folder to include like backup or whatever. Make it different because you don't want it to overwrite the main world, the one that you backed up. Now that it's in your backups, go ahead and go back into the game. and refresh your menu, and there it is. On Minecraft Bedrock Edition, if you use the copy method, you can go ahead and hit play and click on the backup, and you just play in the backup. And if you're restoring from a .mcworld file, you can go ahead and navigate to where that mcworld file is in your file explorer and double click on it, and the world import should begin, and eventually it'll finish and you can go ahead and play in the backup you just made. So yeah guys, that's it. Remember to back up your Minecraft worlds on both editions if you have both editions, and not just that, but also any data that's important to you guys, because you know you don't want to risk losing your data. That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad I was able to make another video with the time I had. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.